Welcome to Prime Debate. First it was the civil society under the leadership of Anna Hazare, and now it is Yoga Guru Baba Ramdev who is determined to cleanse India through his fast. Like Hazare, Baba Ramdev's movement against black money stashed in foreign banks has gained momentum with lakhs of people joining him. But the question here is it the right way to pressurize the government? Secondly, couldn't he have waited for the outcome of the civil society's initiative before going on a fast? That's what we find out in Prime Debate today. Baba Ramdev has suggested a lot of measures against corruption. These seem ideal in the real sense, but are they really practical?
एक आदमी जब 1,76,000 करोड़ रुपए का घोटाला कर सकता है, आप सोच सकते हैं ए राजा जैसे कितने चोर बैठे।
Ramkishan Yadav, Akka Baba Ramdev, is on a fast to cleanse India, just as Anna Hazare did. However, there is a basic difference. While Anna Hazare drew crowds from all sections of society, Baba Ramdev's crowd tells you all. Some say Baba Ramdev's movement against corruption has assumed a communal tinge with the association of the RSS and the BJP and hardcore Hindutva groups. Baba Ramdev, who now runs a multi-million-dollar yoga and health empire, says he is determined to wash away corruption from the country. For this purpose, the Baba, who is opposed to all foreign things, flew to Delhi in a private jet. Here he tabled his demands, which some say are repetitive and have been addressed in the Jan Lokpal bill itself. Ramdev's call to bring back black money is a noble one, but the recall of rupees 500 and rupees 1000 currency notes is a difficult one. But what are the procedures to do this? Does he have expertise in the nitty-gritty of government procedures? He may be well versed in twisting and twinning his body, but can he come out of the tangle the government will send him into? The Anna Hazare movement had people who could not be fooled. They knew the tricks of the government, they knew the law, and they could not be taken for a ride with assurances. All said and done, every demand should be reasonable, and a demand becomes reasonable when those demanding can show the proper procedure to the government to fulfill that particular demand.
To discuss this issue, we have in our studios Brigadier Harwant Singh, retired President of All India Defence Brotherhood; Ajay Jagga, High Court and Supreme Court advocate and social activist; Justice K.S. Garewal, retired High Court judge and now a judge of the United Nations Appeals Tribunal; and Keval Raj Davar, Professor of Economics in ICFI Business School, Chandigarh. Welcome to the discussion. Brigadier Harwant, I'll start with you. First it was Anna Hazare and now Baba Ramdev on fast. You and other ex-servicemen groups have been supporting both these gentlemen. Why is that? Are you actually convinced on their mission?
You see, we believe firmly and we are convinced that corruption is the root cause of all our problems. You take infrastructure, you take Naxalism, you take poverty, you take everything or anything, it eventually goes back to corruption and misgovernance. Now, anybody who fights this corruption, we support, because we believe in the Chanakya saying, enemy's enemy is our friend. Today, our biggest enemy is corruption.
In case of Baba Ramdev, his fellow sadhus have been making all kinds of accusations against him. He's been seeking favors from the state governments. There are even accusations of land grab. So are you also not looking into these kind of allegations against
him? You see, it's like this. Today, the cancer of corruption is eating India. If my house is on fire, and if somebody comes with a bucket of water, I don't see his antecedents, I want that fire to be put down. So today our country is burning because of the fire of corruption. Anybody who douses this fire, we welcome. And if you start going into antecedents, you say this man is not this and that, he should not come and...
Well, that's an interesting point. Ajay Jagga, now he says that whoever, if his house is on fire, whoever comes to douse the fire is welcome. In your opinion, is this the way to cleanse India of its ills?
No, I would say that since we are having couple of debates at your studio only, I think this is one of the crucial issues, that this is the ray of hope. These issues are being discussed with, enlightened people around us, just because of this fact that first Anna Hazare came, that the committee came. I am not going into the deep details. Then Baba Ramdev has come. We are also not going to any kind of antecedents. The presence of today's debate, the presence of lakhs of people around India, the presence of lakhs of people, it confirms one thing, that people are becoming aware. There is a ray of hope.
But Mr. Jagga, are you not confusing the issues by supporting such cause? The first cause hasn't reached anywhere. The Lokpal bill hasn't come about yet. The second fast has started. So in a way, is this not making a tamasha of Mahatma Gandhi's Satyagraha?
You see, the process of Lokpal bill is going on. The committee and the government are going on with whatever proposals they have. They are trying to come to certain consensus. Now this Baba Ramdev has come. These things are simply pressurizing to the government to come to some consensus at the place of Anna Hazare also, because Anna Hazare has also made a statement and said that Baba Ramdev, be aware, you may also fall into the trap. So he thinks that we have been cheated somewhere. In fact, this is the way the government, wants to keep the things calm, make a committee.
But Ajay, the kind of support he's getting now, RSS has expressed support for him. Don't you think the kind of support he's getting, and even people are saying that he has an agenda, even actor Shah Rukh Khan has said that Baba Ramdev has an agenda.
You see, our country is an absolute democratic country. People have every right to say. Ritambra came on the stage and then RSS said that we are going to support Baba Ramdev. We are well aware of this issue, but the question is that whatever he is doing, and there is nothing negative coming out of it. What has happened going to, this fast, what will happen? Suddenly the government will come, they will say we have come to some kind of a consensus. It will take time, some kind of a notification has come and the things will disperse.
So you see a great ray of hope in such initiatives?
Yes.
Professor Davar, do you support these kind of initiatives that first it was Baba Anna Hazare and now it is Baba Ramdev? These appear on the face of it extra constitutional measures.
Mr. Jagga has rightly said that people are really fed up actually with corruption, and there is a saturation point that we have reached. Now the question is, if we say that you see this initiative is extra constitutional, if we go back to 1962 Santham Committee report, it was suggested that there is a need for institution of Lokpal bill, Lokpal, but it has not come into force as yet. Now if we go by the constitutional measure, then nothing comes out. If we go by such type of measures, then we say they are extra constitutional. Then what to do actually? This is a big problem in front of the people in general. I feel they are protecting the cause of the masses and they deserve some
so both Anna Hazare and Baba Ramdev are protecting the cause of the masses.
Obviously.
Justice Garewal, what is your opinion? Are you supporting these initiatives of the kind that are there?
Yes and no. I would support the cause. Yes, it's a very serious question, corruption in public life. But is this the way to go about it? I mean, this is, you see, the worry is that unless you think your way through and you come out with a proper model of Lokpal, proper model of an ethics, scheme of ethics, proper model of ombudsman, or you will just, you build up a movement and then you have some sort of negotiations, you withdraw your movement and you go back home and nothing happens. So I think it's probably not the right way to do it, but still it is definitely called for. I mean, some reform is
there a risk of the government being paralyzed? You see, yesterday it was Anna Hazare, today it is Baba Ramdev, tomorrow it could be somebody else.
Of course.
And this could go on and on.
Of course. I mean, in how many thousands of people in Ramlila ground, if something goes wrong, supposing there is some law and order problem or some mishap, I mean, there will be utter chaos in Delhi for no reason. There's really no reason to be so angry against the government. Governments, as we know over the last 65 years, it's not a perfect form of governance. We could have done much better.
But now, Justice Garewal says that collecting lakhs of people in Delhi is perhaps no way to protest.
You see, as Justice Garewal has said, there is a problem. But what is the solution? As far as constitutional solution is concerned, we know it has not worked from 62 onward. It's not likely to work. So people are now demanding what's the solution. Actually, now the stage is getting set for a revolution. The choice in front of the politicians are only two. A, do they want a bloody revolution, or do they want a peaceful revolution? If they want a bloody revolution, they can keep on sleeping till the Naxalites come. They've already taken over 1/3 of the country. They'll take the remainder 2/3 and there'll be a bloodbath. B, they should listen to the voice of the people, see the writing on the wall, act wisely,
is the situation really that bad?
Peaceful revolution.
If the government does not listen, there could be a violent revolution?
Yes.
No, I certainly feel that we need a second war of independence. We are stuck in a model which was 1935 model, we had it in 1950, and we're just plodding along. Okay, last 20 years has seen some economic growth, so everyone's feeling very good about it.
So what do you mean when you say we need a second war of
Well, we have to really go through massive amendments of the constitution.
Perhaps it's a systemic change.
Ajay, you are also an advocate, so what do you say? We need a massive relook at the constitution. Do you agree?
Certainly, I give you two examples. One, President Abdul J. Kalam, when he was in America, specifically in California state, he delivered a lecture and some American called me from America and he said, your president is stating, he said, I have seen the data in America, the Indians are minimum in the traffic chalaning issues. Hardly an Indian was involved in chalaning issues. As far as violations were concerned, hardly any Indians were involved, especially keeping in view the statistics of Americans and Indians. He says our Indians are the most well-behaved people, most cultured, but the problem is you need to have a strong law to tame them. Those very Indians, when they live in India, they are not concerned. When they go to America, they are concerned. And after the war of Iraq and America, President Bush said that the road which was going to Iraq, where all those tanks were moving, he said, we are very happy with the kind of road, but it came to the facts later on that that road was prepared by the Indians, one of the world-class roads. So you see, when the Indians are abroad, they are doing the best. When we are here, we are not doing that.
So we need strong laws to govern us.
There is no problem in India. We are the best.
Professor Davar, before you go into a break, a quick comment from you. Do you agree with what Ajay Jaggai said?
Sir, that is very correct. But one thing is there. You see, you have sought my opinion about the movement started by Ramdev and
Yes.
Anna Hazare. I endorse their initiative. But a point of difference is about the charter of the demand he has presented. First of all, he says withdrawal of the black money from outside. The question is, okay, it's very good. But how it should be done? I mean, that mode, methodology, mechanism can be decided by the government. If the money comes in one go, that is going to create inflationary spiral in the economy, and there's no guarantee that the money will reach to the poor also. No guarantee, because there's a need for a production system.
Mr. Davar, we're going to go into details of his demands, but after a little while. Time for a short break now. When we return, we discuss the civil society initiatives against corruption. Welcome back. We are discussing the feasibility of Baba Ramdev's crusade against corruption. Professor Davar, before we went to the break, we were talking about the various initiatives he has taken.
The demand, the charter of the demand.
Charter of demand. But before that, India's score on Transparency International's corruption index has been coming down. From 2007, when it was 3.5, it has come down to 3.3 in 2010.
Exactly.
Despite this, the government is doing nothing. And do you think that is the cause of various civil society initiatives?
Now, this fall in the corruption index, corruption perspective or perspection index is actually representative of the fall in the integrity index.